Hey everybody, it's Steve with DDM Racing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the unboxing of the new Kraken VEKTA.5 Levi Shirley edition. This is a complete unassembled kit that requires full assembly and is just released. It doesn't include any of the electronics or the engine, and so this is a real unboxing. This isn't like a staged one, and so this is just going to be done in one take. This is the shipping case that they come in. It's a lot smaller than what the pre-assembled models come in, but it's really heavy. This thing the box weighs a little over 50 pounds. So let's cut it open. I got my trusty utility knife. I'm not cool enough to use anything like a chainsaw inside of my house. So we'll get to it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that was a little bit more work than I was initially anticipating. All right, so here we go. So this has a lot nicer artwork than the pre-assembled model. It's got a full color outside box, and this is, like I said, the Levi Shirley edition. Levi Shirley races in the King of Hammers races and other off-road desert races in his Ultra 4 vehicle that he has nicknamed Loretta. And so this model is licensed after his car. So some of the difference included is that it comes with a vinyl wrap that's a licensed Maxxis wrap with the Levi Shirley livery. And so let's see what's inside. Let's see. Holy cow. All right, this thing is very well packed. See. So inside, one of the first things that you're going to see is going to be the axle, the rear axle housing. So this is really the party piece of the truck, and for those of you that haven't seen any of the pictures or anything before, the videos and the pictures, everybody tries to show it off, but nothing really ever captures just how crazy this thing really is. In the Levi Shirley edition, it includes the new version 2 of the axle housing compared to the original version 1 that I first reviewed and did an unboxing video last year. The main difference being that the version 2 has a larger opening right here, and it holds bigger pinion bearings so that the pinion gear is better supported in the rear axle. I guess a couple people have had failures. I personally haven't experienced that on my own, but this thing is this is awesome. This is made out of 6061 aluminum, and it's essentially one complete piece, and there's a cap that goes over the back. In the sides, there's these little inserts that hold the bearings, and what they do is that as you rotate the inserts on the end, you can effectively change the camber as well as the rear toe end, but still maintaining the integrity of a rear solid axle. So I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to have the updated axle housing and to see how that performs compared to the other one. Let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, cool. All right, so we also find the Kraken All-Terrain Dominator tires and the same wheels that are on the Ready to Run model. At first I thought they were pre-assembled, but they're not. It looks like they just have the foam insert and the tire just kind of loosely installed on the wheel. Let's see here. So it looks like we've got the vertical plates for the chassis, a few other miscellaneous parts, chassis braces, anchors for the roll cage, and then each bag is easily labeled. So this is bag G, and what you get in the, let's see, where is the manual? It's probably in this box here, I bet. Yep. So we've got here's the vinyl wrap, the Maxxis wrap, that is the licensed stickers, the decals. So the main differences that happen between the Levi Shirley edition and the pre-assembled model is that this model, the Levi Shirley edition, includes clear panels that you can paint yourself. It includes the Levi Shirley vinyl wrap. It has the updated axle housing, which at this point of the video, all pre-assembled models also have the updated axle housing. So any VEKTA kit that's purchased new right now will have this version 2 axle housing. So if you don't have to worry about being stuck with the old model. So this is the manual, and the manual is very easily laid out. It looks like it has some of the basic things. It talks about the different symbols and required items that you're going to need. So then there's just simple illustrations and drawings. This is actually really cool. This is the first I've seen on a manual where it talks about, it has the different things highlighted. So there's the front section, diffs, shocks, the middle section. So as you flip through the manual, you can quickly see which portion you're working on. Is this the transmission? Is it the middle section? So you can quickly move to which side of the model that you're working on. And then as well, on all the different steps, which are each numbered, talks about, shows, you know, open the white box, open bag G. So it's pretty easily done. You've also got actual size drawings, so you can see what size bolt you're supposed to be using. And so really nicely done. It's got a nice feel to it, really nicely finished. So great work on the manual. This is very nice, very nicely done. All right, so as we move through the rest of the parts, we've got more packs. This is bag D, so you got the shocks, one pair of the shocks, and those look like the fronts. And then here's bag E, which are the rear shocks. Of course, these are the same shocks that are on the pre-assembled model. Which the one thing I will say is that they use an enormous amount of shock oil. So these bottles here, you basically get one shot at bleeding the shocks. These bottles will bleed each shock once, and so if you mess it up, you're in tough shape. The other cool thing is this includes the silicone diff fluid. It's this 500,000 weight diff fluid, which is really excellent stuff. So, you know, it's pretty much exactly what you expect. It's a big box. It's full of plastic parts, and it's full of gears and bolts and screws. And I get to spend a few evenings sticking it all together. Let's get some of this other stuff out. Here is the bulk of the roll cage. It looks like there's still a lot of the plastics that will need to be trimmed from it. Towards the bottom of the box, we've got the chassis plate here. This is a big 5mm thick piece of aluminum. In order to complete the VEKTA, you'll need a few items. You're going to need at least a 2-channel radio. We suggest a 3-channel radio if you choose to install lights or a kill switch. You will need an engine with an appropriate exhaust. As a base start point, we recommend the Zenoa G320. You will need 2 high torque servos. Popular servo choices for this have been the high-tech D845 waterproof servo for the steering, and then you will need a lithium polymer receiver battery. It's the same size as receiver batteries for the LSE 5. So you'll need paint for the polycarbonate Lexan panels. If you plan on using the Maxxis wrap, you just need a can or 2 of black spray paint. It's got to be polycarbonate compatible. You'll need some basic tools, tools like Allen wrenches, metric Allen wrenches. So those are it. I mean, this is it. This kit is recommended for moderate to expert level hobby builders. If you're anxious to get into fifth scale and you like building your own cars, this would absolutely be recommended for you. If you're a longtime veteran of fifth scale and maybe you've had a Baja or a LSE or an FG car in the past and you want to try something different, give the VEKTA a shot. This has an incredible street price. It's $11.99, which is a great value. And I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome that Kraken has stepped up and has really made just a incredible car that has only increased in popularity since its release last year. So you can always reach out to us through our social media channels. We're on Facebook at DDM Racing Official. We are on Instagram at DDM Racing. We're on Twitter at Dave's Motors. Follow us here on YouTube. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. You know, anything that you do, we're happy to help. We're here and we're passionate about the large scale community, just like anybody else. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys.